we've heard all about bad coronavirus is affecting people of color, and we also heard all of the stories of people being able to have contact with their loved ones after they go, or not being able to have contact with their loved ones after they go to the hospital. There's just so much stuff going on. Y'all give it up for Apriel Powell. Y'all, come on.
Yes.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Happy to have you this morning.
Thank you, Rickey. I am happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So why is it important to have a power of attorney, with all of the stuff that's going on right now? Help us out.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that a lot of times families can't be involved like they were before pre-COVID. So a medical power of attorney is basically a legal document that gives you as a patient, also known as the principal, the right to name an agent to act on your behalf. So just like in sports, they have agents. Your agent gets to act on your behalf in the event that your doctor deems you incompetent or incapacitated to make your medical decisions for you. So that's why it's very important now because, as we're hearing, a lot of people are getting in the hospital. They can't have visitors. There's, reduced communication between family members. So this medical power of attorney on record would help allay all of those issues.
All right, y'all, we got Attorney Apriel, I can't pronounce your name. Oh, Jesus.
Is it Apriel?
Okay.
Apriel.
Apriel.
Jesus. All right, Apriel. It is a beautiful name, Apriel, Attorney Apriel Powell. Listen, man, we're going to be talking to her up next, man. So excited to have her on this morning with more medical power of attorney information. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, listen, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man, we got some information for you. We got this wonderful Apriel Powell, HBCU graduate from Langston University in Oklahoma. And Texas Southern University. Hey, what's that chicken place by Texas Southern University? What's that? Jesus.
World famous Frenchies.
You better don't play with me. Don't play with me. Ain't it like boy when the bros set out some French's chicken and some beer? What? And a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So, yes, sir. We got the sunrise on this morning. Now, another question that I have. Why could it be important to have a medical power of attorney during this COVID pandemic?
Yeah, so again, you've stressed that during the COVID pandemic, patients are often in the hospital without their family members. Patients are often incapacitated and can't make their own decisions. And so the medical power of attorney does that for you. You have that discussion with your agent beforehand. And you determine what treatment you want, and the agent speaks on your behalf.
So, I have a question. What happens if you don't have a medical power of attorney? Like, what rights does a family member have to speak on someone's behalf if it's like my brother or my husband, if I don't have a medical power of attorney?
Is that Eva?
That's Eva.
Hey, Eva.
Hey, girl.
Your husband was my classmate.
I know. You said TSU. You made my heart smile.
So, yeah, there are some statutes, depending on what state you're in, there are some statutory requirements. And the law actually spells out in order of priority who can make decisions for you if you don't have a medical power of attorney. So, the first person may be the spouse, and then the second person may be your adult children who all agree to make decisions. But it varies from state to state. There have been instances in my hospital life where people don't agree, of course. And so, the doctor's trying to make a decision on what service to provide, and no one can agree. And no one.
You mean the family members can't agree with one another?
Correct. The family members don't agree with one another. So that's why it's important that before that, all of that happens, you have an agent to speak on your behalf. Now, your medical power of attorney does not have to be your spouse. For instance, if you don't think your spouse is, a good decision maker, I guess that's another show, then you can name whomever you want. So that's a misconception that it has to be your spouse. But in the event you don't have one, the law determines who gets to make the decision and in what order.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy because, because people don't know stuff like that. They just don't know. They have absolutely no idea.
They don't. And it's really hard when the attorneys in the hospital have to come down, or when they have to deliver bad news to a patient's family that, you don't have that right to make that decision. Or, there's been instances where someone was married and they weren't necessarily living with their spouse, and someone else came up to make decisions, and that's a whole debacle also. So hospitals are usually in the business of saving lives and not playing, Judge Judy and all of that. So it's, again, very easy to just execute it before all of that happens.
So Attorney Powell, if anybody have any type of questions like that and they can reach you, give us all of your social media and how can we contact you?
Sure. I am on Twitter at Health Law Powell. That's Health Law, Powell. And happy to answer general questions. Obviously, the information I provided today is not intended to constitute legal advice. It's for general purposes only, and you need to consult your attorney for your specific issue. That's my disclaimer. But
all right.
But yes, via Twitter, I am available for, again, general questions.
Boy, ain't nothing like having an HBCU Sarah on the phone. Man, I just absolutely love it. That's right. That made my day. Thank you so much for coming on. Don't let it be the last time you come on. I hope you join us again.
I got my number. You have my number. Call me anytime. Happy to do it.
There it is. Y'all give it up for the awesome, the wonderful, the smart Sarah, HBCU graduate, Apriel Powell. Y'all.